Big up, and happy new year. And a bright and prosperous one as that for everyone. All those tuned in and anyone that may be watching, even in the non-live section. I wish you all a bright and happy new year. And Manchester United fan, this is the daily update, guys. I'm going to start the new year first with Manchester United. And it's been told that Varane can leave. No contract renegotiation for Varane. As United have chose not to extend his contract the further year. And there's talks though that maybe they're trying to, negotiate a lower fee on his salary. Guys, what are your thoughts? Get in the comments, get in the questions below. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me what your opinions are. Should we let Varane go? Do you think it's better to renegotiate the terms of his contract for a lower wage? What are your thoughts, fans? Get into it. Thank you for joining me. First day of the year, first daily update. Guys, the transfer window is open. Let's get into it. And guys, we're back and it's big and you know what's going on, guys. It's just how you got to do it. It's Manchester United and the first day of the year, fans. So what are your thoughts, your comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Manchester United chose not to extend Rafael Varane's contract for another 12 months. So right now he's free to talk to other clubs as the transfer window is open today. Guys, what are you thinking? Is this a bad move for Manchester United? Is he one of our best center backs? Well, guys, I'm not too sure in the sense that I'm saying Varane is, by standard, our best quality center back, but his availability is, it's been okay. It hasn't been great. He's not been there. And for some key games, he has either not been there or hasn't performed at his best, So I'm thinking maybe we could renegotiate his contract for a lesser fee and get him down to maybe, something more manageable for the club as we seek to eventually replace him with a youngster, like Willie Kwambala. You know what I mean? I don't understand why fans are so angry that Varane's contract is not being extended another 12 months. Guys, come on. We already know we need to get into this and do some kind of open heart surgery. We're going to have to let go of some of the players that we think are our top players, even if it's Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, even if it's Christian Eriksen. These guys need to go. You know what I mean? Let's change the ethos. Changing the ethos doesn't mean a new manager with a different system and trying to play a different way. It doesn't just mean that. It means new players, a new look squad. You know what I mean? And if anyone thinks that Erik Ten Hag has been backed, when you back a manager like Arteta, like Klopp, like Pep, like most managers who are backed and allowed to let players leave on Exodus, you see the fruits of their labor. Sometimes they do worse. They finish eighth, then ninth, or ninth, then eighth, maybe fifth, then sixth, or sixth, then fifth. And then they come and start competing for top four, and suddenly this manager is cooking. Well, let's say this, guys. The truth and be told is all these managers had 3+ seasons to cook before they started being a chef. They were sous chefs, man. So let's not get too giddy as fans. Let's take it in. It's true that the team hasn't been performing well, but we can't always just blame things on the manager when there are players here who have existed past 3 previous managers, all who wanted them to leave, and they're still here. 6, 7 seasons in, 5, 4 seasons in. Ten Hag has only been here 1.5 seasons. So any player to me that's been here more than 3 seasons, they should be on the chopping block, guys. This is what we call, surgery. This is what we call open heart. This is what we call back in the manner. This is what we call changing the ethos. You know what I mean? And the transfer window is not looking too good for Manchester United because, as you know, but Sir Jim Ratcliffe, 25% stake, now taking over. They're now doing a review. These things tend to take time. What is the the transfer policy. Are they going to keep Ten Hag going forward? It's true he has made some mistakes in his coaching, but can we look at it as purely him when we've started the season with 16 injuries and now we're up to 25 injuries? And there are many key players out, including the defense that stood steadfast and won 18 Premier League clean sheets last season. We have not been able to play that single defense lineup 1 to 2 or 3 games in a row this season as of yet. And now we haven't seen more than 1 or 2 players may be fit at the same time from that same lineup, guys. So what are we really doing here? When there's a lack of consistency with injuries and the players who we need to depend, we were depending on last season, and then some of the players who we depended on last season as talismans aren't talismaning this season, they're flopping. What is this, the manager really, or is it the players that who have just been inconsistent for years upon years? Marcus Rashford, this is his 9th season. Where is his consistency? Luke Shaw, this is his 10th season at Manchester United. Where is his consistency? Bruno Fernandes, where is his consistency? He's a better player. He's been a better player for seasons. He's been here. This is what? His 4th season at the club now. And I'm not saying we should get these players out, but I'm asking these players to take a look at themselves, take stock in the mirror. We have all seen what you are capable of at your best. We have seen what you can do. Why aren't you seeing this yourself and trying to get that back there? We know the games are tough. We know the league might be more competitive this season, guys. We don't hate you, but we want to see the best, and we expect the best of you as fans. United has 500 plus million fans that cheer your name every single day, even if you don't hear it in the stadium. Tuning in from Sydney to Japan, China, to the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, whether it be USA, in Texas, or in Florida, the different time zones, Norway, Sweden, even in all the way out in Kuala Lumpur. Guys, be tuning into Manchester United. We tune in every match day, be it the game starts 4 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 4 p.m., 11 p.m. We are there, guys. We're supporting you as fans. You got to give us something back, man. This is a new year. Come on, guys. Let's get it in. We got 19 games left. People are already counting us out for top 4. They're already thinking sack Erik Ten Hag. They already think you guys are wastrels. What are you guys going to say and do about that? This is my question to the Manchester United players. This is my question to the fan base. Why can't we just look at these players and say, listen, we back you. What are you doing? What are you going to do? Come on. We know you're better than that. Show us. We got lots of bright sparks in the team, and people say there are no positives. Kobe Mainoo came in this season, and a lot of fans and pundits were like, is he really the answer? Do you think preseason was a barometer for showing that he was an important or key player to the squad? And now he gets substituted and the fan base is going crazy. What are we doing, guys? Ahmad comes on, he has a decent game. All of a sudden, he's better than everyone else on the right wing all season. Let's see what he does in the next game. He gets a chance, guys. Give these players time. Give this manager time. This manager arguably has been doing a better job than any other manager in the league. When you talk about injuries and if you look at last season, we were at 32 points at this stage. This season, we're at 31 points. And he has more injuries than any other manager in the league. He has faced more toxicity, not just from a takeover that took a year, but players who couldn't be asked that are sitting at home. They're having bouts because their pride is bigger than the club. And yes, we know maybe it's a bit unfair to you, but then the reality of it all is that sometimes, bro, you got to take one on the chin. And yes, if you were here at the team, we would be backing you week in, week out. Last season, the manager backed certain players. He even gave certain players time off for 3 months, and he backed them against the media and all the fan speculation on why he backed these players. Where are these players now? Why aren't these players backing this manager to the hill? He placed his faith in you. Why are you letting him down? Why are you letting the fans down? Fans like me, who stand like the cheese alone against other fans who want you guys gone, who think you guys are the finished dross. You know, you guys need to wake up and smell the coffee, man. Wake up and smell it. We are Manchester United. Show us we're Manchester United. You know what I mean? It's time. It's time, guys. Erik Ten Hag is going to make some mistakes. This is his second season. He's just got to the midway point, and we're still in seventh place. We have a shot. We have 6 points off fourth, 10 points off first. It could be recovered, guys. Arsenal just lost 2-0 to the same team we lost to, so it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I mean, it looks really terrible, but we can see improvements, guys. If you look at the statistics from the first 10 games to the last 8, you can see clear improvements in the defensive structure of the team, the defensive shape of the team, the attacking progression of the team, styles of play, patterns of play. You see them more consistently. The team has slowly becoming one of the better defensive teams in the league, right? The midfield is slowly becoming one of the better midfields in the league. It's just the attack needs to catch up. We see what illness has done with players in this team. We have lost players week in, week out due to a bout of illness that's been hitting the squad, not just injuries. Rasmus Højlund got his first goal in a game 1 week ago. Then he's ill this week. And we see the fall off. We see the drop off and the change in the having a spearhead at the tip that makes you sharp, helps you win every 50-50 in attack. We see how important it is when the high pressing works. Guys, fasten those seatbelts. It's easy to say, let's get this manager out. It's harder to sit there and be patient and watch the little progression as it grows into something big like a snowball. I mean, people will say they see what Arteta was cooking. Arteta finished 9th, 8th, 7th, 5th. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Klopp. 9th, 5th, 4th, and then he won the league in his 4th season or 5th season. What is so bad with giving Erik Ten Hag 1 season? Because we all knew Manchester United players overperformed last season. They exceeded expectations. Every single one of you need to be honest with yourselves. We never thought Manchester United were finishing top 4, let alone 3rd last season. And some pundits have the audacity to say that Manchester United limped to 3rd place. They limped to 3rd place ahead of Liverpool in 5th, ahead of Brighton, ahead of Newcastle, who everyone was like oozing about. That's just so funny. We limped to 3rd. It's crazy. 75 points. The highest in any manager since Alex Ferguson, and people say we limped to that. With a United team the season before that everyone was like, we need everyone gone. Is this recency bias of fans? I ask you fans, ask yourselves. Is your pride bigger than the club, like the players' pride are bigger than their performances right now? Is it any different to ask players to back this manager if you're not willing to back this manager yourselves? Is it any different to ask players, play for this manager, play for this badge, when we can't even back this manager and support these players when they need our support the most? And it's true, some of these players may not be Manchester United quality guys. We're not disputing these things. But what we're saying is, what I am saying is, you still have to back your team. Through thick and thin, win, lose, or draw. And that's not changing the standards. That's just being a fan. It's pretty simple, guys. Time is what we need to give this manager and give this team. Because as we see, for those who are, 25% in, a new structure is coming. What that structure can do, no one knows. But we've seen what this manager could do without a structure last season, playing without his own, or what people might say, not his principles last season, just getting results. We've seen what he can do without it. So imagine if you combine what he can do with a structure that's actually positive for the ethos of this club and going forward. I'd say we do 10 times better because once everyone's stepping in line from the bottom to the top, it's a march. And march, when people march in unison, it sounds like, a giant stomping, a woken giant from his slumber. Guys, get your questions, get your comments in below. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you think Manchester United is on the change? Can Erik Ten Hag turn things around? Has Manchester United made a bad decision in not extending Raphael Varane's contract? Or you you're not certain, you're waiting for the new ethos? What are your thoughts, guys? Are you one of those fans that think, let's just change everything, full reset, whoever comes in, comes in? If you want a new manager change, be it Graham Potter, or some people want the Zerbi. What are your thoughts? Do you want Erik Ten Hag out or you Erik Ten Hag in? Like me, I'm Erik Ten Hag in. Let's move some players on. Let's change, bring some youth in, and let's see the change in structure and what one direction can take Manchester United in, because it's been a decade since we've had one direction from top to bottom. Now with structure and a good manager in Erik Ten Hag, what can we achieve, guys? Let me know. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for joining me. And everyone, don't be afraid to leave your comments. Even if you disagree with my views, I will still respond to them. And you know what? Every Friday, I'm going to have a preview show for the Premier League weekend. And I'm also going to read out all the comments and questions and thoughts of anyone that leave them in the non-live section. Have a great day and Happy New Year from me, Mark and MUFC. This has been your daily update, transfer news, Man United, as the window opens the first day of the year. Thank you for joining me, guys. Do have a great day, and I'm out.